1290 London. King Edward I owes astronomical sums to his creditors, equivalent to billions in today's money. Payment day has arrived, but there's no money. The solution: not killing his creditors. He did something smarter. He erased them from the pages of history. An estimated 16,000 moneylenders, gone within months. And this wouldn't be the first time in history. Today I'm going to tell you how the world's richest financiers vanished. Because this story isn't over. This pattern still continues. Let me take you back. 1275, England. King Edward I ascends to the throne. But he has a problem. Constant warfare is expensive. Conquering Wales, fighting Scotland, tensions with France. The state of the treasury? Empty. Solution: borrow. But from whom? Christian banking's forbidden at the time. The church considers interest a sin. Only one group can legally lend with interest: Jewish money lenders. They had become essential to royal finance, dominating crown lending across England. The king's debt keeps growing. By 1290 the amount. Astronomical by medieval standards, equivalent to billions in today's currency. The king faces one reality: you're too indebted to pay. What do? If there's no creditor, there's no debt. July 18th, 1290. The king issues a decree, Edict of Expulsion. All Jewish moneylenders get approximately 4 months. Leave England. Your properties, your gold, everything stays behind. An estimated 16,000 people. Legally erased, systematically removed. History's greatest debt reset. And the king's debt? Zero. If this happened once, we'd call it a coincidence. But history repeats itself. 1307, France. King Philip IV and the Templars, the Knights Templar. Heroes of the Crusades. But also, Europe's most powerful financial institution. Kings, princes, popes, all indebted to the Templars. The biggest debtor, King Philip IV of France. October 13th, 1307. Friday. Yes, this is why Friday the 13th is unlucky. The king launches a coordinated operation. At dawn, all Templar knights across France are arrested. Charges: heresy, devil worship, perversion. The real crime? The king's debt is too high. 5 years of trials, torture, confessions. 1312. The Pope officially dissolved the Templar order. Result? The king's debt is zero. The Templars' treasury vanished. 1525 to 1560. The Fugger family and the Austrian Habsburgs. The Fuggers, Europe's richest banking dynasty. Jakob Fugger, known as Jacob the Rich. Clients, the Habsburg Empire. Debt amount, astronomical. But the Fuggers are smart. They don't just give money. They take collateral, silver mines, land and tax revenues. Still, what happened? The Habsburgs declared bankruptcy in 1557. Did the Fuggers lose? Partially, but they didn't disappear, because they had invested in tangible assets. Did you notice the pattern? 3 methods for debt reset. 1. Expel the creditors, Edward I. 2. Eliminate the creditors, Philip IV. 3. Declare bankruptcy, Habsburgs. Same result, massive debt. Poof. Gone. Now you'll say, okay, but this is the Middle Ages. Things like this don't happen anymore. Really? 1917. Russia. Bolshevik Revolution. Tsarist Russia's debt. 50 billion rubles. Most to French and English banks. What did Lenin do? We don't recognize the Tsar's debts. 1 sentence. Hundreds of billions of dollars in today's value. 0. 1933. Germany. Adolf Hitler. The Weimar Republic is bankrupt. War reparations, inflation, debt. When Hitler came to power, what did he do? He rejected the Versailles debts. No payment. Modern era. Venezuela, Argentina, Zimbabwe. Governments go bankrupt. Debts to the IMF? restructured, a polite term for debt erasure. The pattern continues, only the method has changed. No more exile or execution. Now it's economic collapse, or debt forgiveness. The most interesting parallel: the 2008 financial crisis. Banks are collapsing. Governments provide bailout packages. But who paid? The citizens. In history, kings erase their debts. Today, governments say quantitative easing. Same result. Debt doesn't disappear, it's transferred. When you look at history, there's one truth: debt and power always collide. If the lender is powerful, the borrower pays. But if the borrower is more powerful, they change the game. If Edward I is king, he expels. If Philip IV is king, he executes. If Hitler is dictator, he rejects. And today, the Fed, ECB, central banks. They print money. Debt is no longer a problem because they can transfer it to inflation. The question is, when will the next big debt reset happen? Because history teaches us one thing: debt cannot grow infinitely. At some point, there's a reckoning. Either payment is made or the debt is erased. 1290, Edward I. 1307, Philip IV. 1917, Lenin. 2008, governments. Same story. Different actors. History repeats, patterns persist, and the next reset is closer than you think. This is Financial History Lab. See you in the next one.